Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. Now, I went and did something a little fun, especially for me. I noticed, well, I didn't notice shit. My wife pointed out to me that the audio structure in my recent videos, the music has gotten progressively louder, and my voice has gotten progressively lower. I'm like, well, that's interesting because everything, all the settings are pretty identical in Adobe Premiere. So what the hell did we do? So I took down the one video, put it back into Premiere, boosted or dropped the music even more, put it back up, same issue. Now it sounds great. It sounds exactly the way I want it to on my headphones. The problem I'm running into is my wife's not listening on headphones. My wife's listening through a mono cell phone speaker. So, okay, how do we correct for this? And the answer comes in, we turn our entire goddamn computer into a full digital mixing board. So we're currently using a product called Voice Meter Potato. It's a goofy ass name, but my god does it work. And with that, I have my microphone as an input, I have YouTube as an input, I have Discord as an input, I have the game obviously as an input. I have full control over all of those with a full digital EQ on each channel individually. I'm able to gate my microphone individually from everything else. So when I'm talking, you'll likely hear the clicking in the background. If I'm not talking, however, you hear nothing, which is lovely stuff. So we got an EQ put on the microphone. We have everything gained the exact way that we want it. I just did a test upload of like a short minute-long video onto YouTube so I could play it through my monophone speaker and just make sure that everything was still sounding pretty good. So this is what I did for about 2 hours last night, getting all of this set. Because at work I use an analog mixer. So I can do a lot of the same things, minus the separate EQ on each channel. That's fun in ways I was not anticipating it being fun for an AV nerd. But I'm used to very physical routing. Oh, you want this to go here and nowhere else? Well, then you have to wire it that way. With a digital mixing board, which is something I've been trying to get at work, of course, a digital mixing board, like the one I'm looking at, I want to say is around $2,200. And we pay it off within a couple months. Like that's not a problem. But we've had our own woes where we don't really have that money to spend. But this has given me a chance to actually learn a bit more about digital mixing and signal routing, which is all stuff that I know a digital mixer can do, but I've never had to actually use it, which is fun. So I spent 2 hours last night routing everything exactly where I wanted it to. Kicking the microphone into mono, which is not something that I was able to do, or not a setting that I clearly saw previously. So the microphone's running in mono, which means it is now getting the effect of both speakers at the same time. or both the left and right audio channel at the same time and combining them, as opposed to when I leave it in stereo. And if I come off to the right hand side, then you're going to hear it more in the right hand speaker, which is all well and good until you start piping it through mono, and the music is always coming through both channels. And that's where the voice can sort of drop off a little bit here. So we are now, I think, in a really good position. And having that noise gate is just, feels so good. But then I took this one step farther, and I also linked this into, not only out of Discord, but also into Discord. So that Discord is also seeing my mixer as the microphone. And what this means is that people on Discord will also get the full EQ. I could be a real dick and feedback loop them if I wanted to and put Discord into that mix, so that whenever they talk, it then gets broadcast again through mine. Not going to do that, but I could, just to be a dick about it. But I have 3 separate buses where I can send audio out. And it's very simple to, like, okay, I want everything on B1, that's my recording bus, that's what's going out to OBS. But for Discord, I only want my microphone and, you know, maybe one other program or something onto B2, but I can select it and turn it on, turn it off. Very easy. Have everything looped into Stream Deck, so I have full control at my fingertips, which is just fucking awesome. And while OBS's audio mix master is telling me that I'm redlining, Voicemeeter is telling me that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, which is great because it means when I pull the audio, there's no clipping. Even though OBS is screaming at me and swearing that there's clipping, I know for a fact that there's not, which is great stuff. So anyway, where the hell were we? What were we doing last time? Also, I'm just really hoping that that all of this actually works as intended. Like, I did a lot of work last night trying to get this nailed down. And so I really hope that it's working. Everything seemed to be, but of course that was a small test, and anyone that's worked in any sort of audio before knows that when you're testing, you're pretty much testing under optimal conditions. You know, I'm doing a quick microphone check. I'm checking the audio levels of my programs. I'm saving that recording. I'm putting it on YouTube. I'm checking it. All right, great. Everything sounds exactly right. Everything sounds just how I want it. But I'm not typing during that. I'm not moving a character around the screen, so you're not hearing the clicks. So you're going to get clicks every now and again, especially if I'm talking while I do it. If I'm not talking, you might get them every now and again, but you won't get them every single time, which is lovely. Oh, when I snapped there, I actually redlined the actual mixer for a second. That was interesting. But once you're no longer under those ideal conditions, that's where you figure out that shit has gone off the rails. And sometimes you can account for that, sometimes you can't. In fact, I would say fairly often you can't. You know, like I am 6'5", and I've had to do announcements over intercoms when I worked at the bookstore, and now I have to do not so much announcements, but mic checks, what have you. And I naturally project. So for me, I can stand 6 inches away from a microphone and the microphone sounds great. You know, I'm projecting into it. All the speakers are picking me up. Everything sounds wonderful. And then the actual person who's going to be talking gets up to the microphone and they're standing 3 inches away from it. But they're talking like this and you can't really hear what they're saying. And no matter how much gain you give it, you know, you hit a point where you're just feeding back. You're not really getting anything out of it. So you adjust it as best you can. You push the levels to their absolute limit before feedback. And you get her. She doesn't sound great, but it sounds okay enough, and people can understand what she's saying. They have to struggle a little bit to hear her, but they can get it. And then the next person steps up. And this person is not 3 inches from the microphone. They're not 6 inches from the microphone. They're on top of the microphone. And, you know, you suddenly jump up and you're pulling faders and you're reducing some of the gain. And then you get the next person that steps up and they're 12 inches from the microphone. And there is not a thing you can do other than interrupt their presentation and go, yo, jackass, you got to talk into the microphone. Don't be afraid of it. It's not a snake. It's not going to bite you. So yeah, that's the fun stuff we do now. And so that's more or less what I'm expecting to run into here, where I know the exact microphone placement and I'm good. I'm comfortable here. And we're just going to have to see what happens. I feel like some of this is new. Was there another update? I swear they love to shadow update this game. I'm also trying to click and type and move when I'm not talking, or at least start that movement when I'm not talking. That way you guys get less of the keyboardy clicks. We'll see how much I can keep that up. It might not last super long. I'm sure I'll get sidetracked here and forget to do that. But until such time as I get sidetracked, you know, we'll see what we can do. Oh, we are. Wow, we are out of a lot of shit here. Okay, we'll buy more stuff there. We're still okay here. Damn it. Toy store is still good. Clothing store. Running out of stuff. Still mostly okay, but definitely running out of stuff. Sports store, newly expanded and full up, and sports store is doing great, man. Sports store is doing fucking gangbusters. Holy shit, did we sell out of laptops? Damn near. We also need these Mises. Okay. Alright. Did I just neglect to restock? I mean, I must have done something because I was almost out of money. What the hell did I do last time? What was I thinking? And was I thinking it all? Holy Jesus Christ. Okay. We need... Okay. Good there. This still has plenty of stuff. Our florist is still good. I think one of my favorite are the monks that pass out flowers. You should never give them money, because only you can prevent florist friars. That is way funnier than any of you just acted. Don't give me sympathy laughs now. I know. Y'all didn't think it was that funny the first time around. Alright, what? Okay, we gotta restock sushi and cafeteria, I think. Run it. Alright, cool. How is the cinema looking? Great, actually. Out of curiosity, if there was a stealth update, yeah. Gotta pay all of our bills here. Still can't do too awful much with that. That's a shame. Cinema can't be expanded. Anything else can be, but that's a lot of money. You're done. You're done. 40, 100, 220K to fully expand the toy shop. I think we can spend 10K there, that's fine. We can spend 10K there. Spend 20K there. I think we're okay there. We need that, we need that. Definitely need that. Okay. Well, we know what we're doing next. That's a fair amount of money. Run it. We need the gold first and foremost. Gold we make about $1,500 per box, which isn't a huge amount, but it is nice to get that money at the end of the week. Speaking of end of the week, we just ended a week, didn't we? Yeah, we must have. That's why everything is so down. So I know we did sushi last week. And we did the sports store expansion, which was great. So I think we can have the maximum amount of customers in here now. Because we have every... Whoop. We have every license in here, right? Yeah, we have every license, every product. Yeah. Okay. Cool, cool. Can we fit more gold? We can. Look at us go. Honor system, you have to get it from the machine, you can't take it from the box. We need ATM monies. Okay. We need these monies. No place for that. No place for that. Okay, we're still good there. Oh yeah, this has to be the start of a fresh week, right? Yeah, look at how little money is in these things. And by little, I mean, these have actually made quite a bit. Okay, stop glowing. Why are you glowing? Unless you're irradiated, knock it off. Didn't realize I opened my shopping mall in Chernobyl. Alright. So we're all good here. Oh yeah, we never checked our toilet paper and whatnot. And apparently, that's been a problem. Oh boy, we're all out of soap too? What the hell? Alright. Okay, so we need water closet, we need soap. Alright, let's buy all this. Down. Okay. There we are. This is all still good. That is getting really low. That's getting low too. Holy crap, man. Clothing store, products. Okay, we've got some clothes out here. Get your smarmy ass out of there. Oh my god. You still had all this in overstock? Why is nothing coming out then? Fill your store, damn it. Game store needs a refresh, but oh god, look at all the bugged out people. Supermarket needs a refresh. Alright, I'm gonna give this guy time to do what he's gotta do. In the meantime, oh boy. Wife's at Costco, and they currently have a selection of Switch 2 games on sale. She saw it online at one of the Costco's, and it said, like, oh, you know, it would be great if our Costco had that. And apparently they do. She just texted me saying, I wonder what the purchase limit is on these games. But yeah, Switch 2 games for like half off. And it wasn't like obscure fucking titles either. It was like Pokemon Legends EA. Like, oh, shit, alright. You know, I didn't have a huge amount of interest in playing Legends EA. I was one of the random few, I guess, that didn't care for Legends Arceus. So yeah, she's currently looking at the Switch games, and she's like, "Let me know what you want." I'm like, "I don't know what they've got. All I know is that they're Switch 2 games." Man, I tell you what, I know that, you know, you'll still be able to hear some of the keyboard clicks. There's no way for me to get around that if I'm doing this live. That said, I am hoping, possibly against hope, that the amount of clicks has been greatly diminished. If it's not, I apologize, but I'm watching my meters and trying not to talk as I'm doing stuff, which works sometimes, doesn't work others. So if you're hearing weird pauses in sentences, like perhaps right there, It's literally just so I can click my mouse and it does not come through, or I can move around on my keyboard, because you can definitely hear the clicks then. But if I stop talking, even for a moment, you should not have heard any of those clicks. So, fucking amazing. Apparently they have Pokemon and they have Kirby. And as I just said to my wife, I haven't played Kirby since Game Boy and the NES. Like, is new Kirby good? I don't know. Okay, I think it is just about time we shut this down. But it's okay, we still made a profit of $4,000 because we started so goddamn light on funds. Let us begin the next day. We get this smarmy businessman in here. He is so schmarmy. Oh yeah, we gotta refill our vending machine. What the hell just happened? Okay, orange made it in. But none of the others did. That was weird. Not claw machine, not candy machine, snack machine. Yeah. Yeah, might have overdone it here, buying these drinks. It's been so long since I bought the damn things that I forgot how much I needed to make a full row. I don't know what this one's supposed to be, but it just reminds me of Starburst. Apparently I didn't need to buy it. You know, future me is going to hate current me for doing this, just tossing boxes willy-nilly in there, but you know what? It's fine. Future me will deal. Alright. How we doing? The store's been open for a little bit. Gamey place is still doing decent enough. Supermarket needs to be restocked. What are we looking at back here? We have milk. Okay. Everything other than milk we need to buy. Aye, Captain. We're on it. Alright, half our funds to re-up the supermarket. License 14, god damn. I mean, part of me does want to buy those corn dogs and whatnot. We're gonna buy a fridge. We're gonna buy this license. We're gonna buy corn dogs and yogurt. Yeah, we can afford it. Let's do it. Well, that's actually one of the things that I need. I'm gonna put it over here. Where's the refrigerator? Oh my god, all the way at the top there. Got it. Okay. Egg geese. And then yogurt. Really? You can only hold that little bitty bit? Okay. I want the fridges next to each other. Yeah. There you go. I helped. You can handle the rest from here. Alright. Toy store needs to be re-upped next. Toys. Before I make this purchase, are we still sitting on a shitload of cards back here? No. Okay. Run it. There we go. Alright. Take care of all that stuff. This is slowly being restocked. How we doing up here? We're good. Oh, let's check the florist. The florist always randomly runs out of everything. Yeah, huh? How did I know? It's like I'm psychic. Does the license for Lemon Tree come with Peter, Paul, and Mary? Inquiring minds want to know. Holy shit. Did we get robbed? The fuck, man? Yeah, that's it for over here. Sushi's out too. God damn. Okay. Burger joint completely sold the fuck out again. Holy Christ. Actually, what do we have in the back? Do you still just have a shitload of drink? No, you have nothing in the back. God damn, alright. Okay. Cafeteria also being just decimated. Okay. Home goods. Also really, really getting decimated. Let's see here. We have Santas and snow globes in stock. Everything other than Santas and snow globes we need. Okay. By that, that'll put us nice and low again. Lots of flowers coming in. We're probably low on shoes. Yeah, no, not as low as one would have thought. Not too shabby. Alright, we're slowly making our way where we can ignore places for a little bit. The rollerblades do go on here, right? Yeah. Go. Nice, nice, nice. All right. Game Store's the next one that needs to be re-upped. But for right now, we're okay. 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 All the stores should be pretty well taken care of at the moment, I think. Cosmetics, right. We just looked at this. A little light on cash. We need some more. Alrighty. Getting closer, getting closer. Works, and then it's the cafeteria. We're still mostly okay here. Need 45k for the next one. You know, I made the joke. I have to stick with it. did that old bit from Grand Theft Auto go? Nothing says I love you like a lump of carbon mined by wage slaves in Angola. That works, that works. I still don't have anything good for home goods. Or the cinema. I don't have anything for these yet. We'll come up with something. We'll definitely come up with something eventually. How we doing back here? Oh dear God, would you stop doing that? I don't like what you're doing. Stop all of your nonsense. I know you're just going to come back here and shove more boxes into this amalgamation. We are here to stop that. There. How we doing back here? Doing great back here. How we doing back here? Okay. Why not? Well, you know what? I can stick you farther back into the corner here. Same with you. Back into the corner there. Ain't good enough. Still can't. Oh, hey, I have more space back here. Gonna have to do something with that eventually. Alright. We're getting money. We're doing good things. We still have toilet paper. We are out of soap there. We need soap. While I'm holding the soap, how are we doing over here? We're good. Toilet paper, good. Alright. Alright. Everything looks good. We're definitely going to need more snacks for the cinema. We need cinema snacks. Yes, come out here from your cave. Alright. Getting money in our arcade. Cool, cool. Did we buy all of the arcades? No. Oh God. We skipped 2 licenses. Why there's a storage shelf, I don't know. Alrighty. I don't know, man. Yeah, now I just really don't know. Street Fighter and Diablo seem like the most entertaining games in there. Not even from like a real life gameplay point of view, just from how they look on the screens. Like that doesn't look all that fun. Neither does that. That's just 2 people shooting at each other and backing away slowly. That at least has an explosion. And they actually look like they're fighting. The second player gets kind of robbed here, I feel like. They don't even get a full life bar, but, you know, that's fine. I'm sorry, Street Rage Hyper Fighting and Diavolra. Alright, how we doing? You guys almost done in here? I guess we can re-up the cafeteria again. I feel like we just did this. Is there anything hiding in the back of the cafeteria? 1 box of 4 cookies. Okay. Okay. Almost 17K. That should keep the cafeteria going for a while. How are we doing back here? We're doing fucking great. Love to see it. Love to hear it. How are we doing back here? We're doing great. Alright, cool. How are our florist friars? They need more flowers. Do you have anything back here? Yeah, a storage shelf. Okay, got it. Got it. I'm with you. Load up on some more flowers. Carbon tax, we're doing good. Home goods, we're doing just fine. Okay. He's filling that up. We're good here. You're filling that up. Game store? Game store's probably the thing that needs it the most. Okay. But not everything. Don't buy Mall Sim. Definitely don't buy this God of War thing. Got it. Okay. How are we doing on systems and whatnot? Okay. Okay. There we go. We've got stuff. Put stuff where stuff goes. In fact, I think. Okay. Where's the furniture at for this place? Yeah, buy me 5 of these. Okay. Look at that. Okay. What is that little lip of the wall come out? It might just a bit. That's okay. 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 Got one more of these in here. Then we have to go to the other side. Okay. That's a bit better. Cool, 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 cool. Okay. A lot of people wanted phones, apparently. Some people needed that. We're okay there. We're okay there. We're okay there. We're definitely okay here. Another phone selling. How we doing back here? Okay. Doing alright. Ooh, just about out of picture frames here. Good there, good there. Refill you just in case. How are our photos upstairs doing? Not there. Here. We can do with more of these. Do with more of this. Okay. Still mostly good there. Okay. Okay. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Is that it for actual customers? There, good there, good there. Oh, we're still making money somewhere. There you are. Are you out of flowers again? Holy shit. People love them some florist fryers. Okay. I think it's just that one person left. Yeah, this is much better. Got that nuclear radiation shit going on again. There we go. Oh man, when we get to do that to the goddamn supermarket, holy shit. That's gonna be fun. That won't be too bad since I already give each thing 2 shelves. So realistically, I just need to double what I have here. That won't be too bad. In fact, we're gonna take you and put you over here for right now. Good enough. And then we'll do the same thing with refrigerators and all that good stuff. You pretty much already work that way. Although I guess I need phones. We need phones for the tech store. Not phone stands. No, no, no. No, 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 no. There we go. Get out of here. You have work to do. Game store's already sold it, or toy store? God damn, toy store ain't got shit in stock. Alright. What the hell, man? Re-up the toy store. Then I think that clears us. So I'm going to end the day here. 8 grand in profit. Okay. We'll go to the next day. But we won't start the next day. The entire point of going to the next day is simply so our workers can do what they do. Workers, get out here. Do the things, workers. Alright. So our workers are going to continue to do what they do. And I think that's where we'll call it. I think the audio, hopefully, will sound much, much cleaner this time around. Much, much better. And Hopefully my editing timeline does not have to be quite as long as it was. And we will see what happens. But for now, I hope you all had fun. And I will see everyone next time.